Everybody repeat after me. I am a financially free crypto investor that is no longer a prisoner of the clock. Welcome back to Grow Rich, Grow Happy, everyone, the place where we follow those breadcrumbs to wealth. And we are about to talk about some great news. I meant to talk about it yesterday, but I'm going to talk about it now because everybody don't know. We're going to be talking about two things. We're going to be talking about Turbo, and we're going to be talking about Kaspa. But we're not just going to talk about them. We're going to talk about some great news that's out there that's going to ensure that everybody's bags, that's bags if they're already packed, are just going to blast off through the stratosphere. Anyway, if this is your first time joining, welcome to this wonderful community of Grow Rich, Grow Happy. And, this is your first time here. Consider smashing that like button. Also, drop a comment at the end of the video, of course. And, let us know where you're from or let us know what you're holding. Which bag is more full. Because we're going to be talking about those two tokens today. And as always, make sure you hit that bell notification so that you don't miss a video. So, we're going to talk about Turbo. We're going to talk about Kraken as well. Kraken is a major exchange. Now, they do a lot of volume on Kraken. They're up there with the likes of, you have your Coinbase, you have your Crypto.com, Gemini, and all of them. And Kraken is up there with them. They're in the top 10 for centralized exchanges. So, being listed on the likes of any of those I named would just be phenomenal in itself. But only one of them claim that right now. And is claiming that route. And that is Kraken. Guys, unless you live under a rock, some of you guys, you're not out here in these crypto streets like that. So I don't expect you to know every little thing that's going on. Again, I told you that's my job. Kraken is listing Turbo. And there's whispers and there's talk. Now, there's more than talk. I'm going to show you some proof that Kaspa is right around the corner. So that's what we're about to jump over and talk about. So let's start with Turbo. Right now at this price right here, Turbo, it's still hanging around, not doing too bad. 275 million market cap as of right now. So, yeah, roughly 275 million. So it's still holding its own. It's not doing bad at all, but it's going to do better. So, I've been checking out things, and one of the things right here, if you go over here to Kraken, and this is where I'm at, actually on their blog, and if you come down here, it says, first let's say, 8 new tokens available for trading. And look right here. You have Turbo. First there was Crypto.com, and now Kraken is listing Turbo. You know what that means? That means more retail investors can have access to it now. So this is great. This is great. Kraken is a U.S. exchange. So this is just wonderful. Wonderful for those of you who are already holding Turbo, that's made money on it, that's made tons of money on it on this channel. This is great for our bags. I hope you guys have not sold any of your Turbo and you're still holding it. Of course, if you had to sell it, you know what I always say. Make sure you're doing the right thing for you. But I think this is great. I think this is great news for the Turbo community. If you jump over here to their Twitter, right here, there's the news. I already shared this on my Twitter page as well. Make sure you guys, those of you who want to follow me on Twitter, the information is down below. It was also on the banner that you saw there in the beginning. So you guys can check me out there. I'm always posting things like this when they come across my desk. They said, thanks to the community members, you made this happen. And see, this is a great thing about Turbo. The community is strong. The community is strong. We always talk about that when it comes to a meme token. How hard is the community going in the paint for that meme token? Shiba Inu has a great community. You have Pepe, you have Brett, you have Hoppy. You have all of these meme tokens that the community is gravitating to. And Turbo, I think, just has one of the strongest communities, and their narrative is great with them being the first AI meme token. The founder is doxed. Everybody knows who it is, and it's just more things going for Turbo than against it. So I think it's great that it's starting to make its way up, and it's doing this in time for this upcoming bull cycle. I mean, this token is going to pump. This token is going to pump. I think a good number for a token like this you want to have is at least 1 million or more to do some serious damage. I know it's a lot of you out there holding way more tokens than that, but I think a good number to hold is like 1 million or more. So I think this is great. I think this is great news. I for sure, and considering with the way the crypto market looks right now, I for sure love this. I for sure love this. If you look at the crypto markets of 52 right now, uh, Bitcoin still hanging on between that 60,000 and 59,000 price range, but I think Turbo. I think this is great for the Turbo community. Hold on, let's look here, because let's see where Turbo fall right now. Turbo is number 200. Its ranking is 215. I believe now that it's um, on Kraken, it's definitely going to come a little bit closer. You're probably going to see it jump into those 100. I don't know if it's going to quite hit 100 yet in the top 100. I think anything's possible. For those of you wondering why it's not pumping as hard as it is, just give it time. Give it some time. It's a lot of money that you got to remember. It's still money that's not in the market yet. We're just preparing. This is all just getting everyone prepared. And that this is the thing I want to see. I want to see tokens like Turbo, Kaspa, the one I'm about to talk about now. I wanted to see those just really get things in order so that when the bull cycle really takes off, people have access to it. Retail investors can just pop up their phones. They can open a crypto.com app, or maybe even a Kraken app, or wherever else Turbo is going to be at that time, and they can just start buying, which is just going to drive the price up. It's going to drive that market cap up, and everybody's going to be looking pretty. So I think that's going to be great. I think if it get on enough exchanges, if this gets on enough exchanges and things continue to pump like I believe that they are, especially with that AI narrative, I think 10 cent, 5 to 10 cent is going to look good on a token like Turbo. And I just didn't foresee it getting on these exchanges this quick. Because crypto.com, it got on there. I want to say now it's been about 2 months ago that it got on crypto.com, and now you already see Kraken picking it up. So these guys are getting ready. These exchanges are really getting ready for things. So let's talk about some more news though. Let's talk about some more news. In my last video that I made, one of my community members down below, who I'm always chatting with, and if you haven't introduced yourself to our wonderful community yet, make sure you do so. Down in the chats. That's where there's some good information that's passed on down there. Well, one of the community members, he passed on that it'll be on Kraken soon. The Kaspa will be on Kraken soon, and I believe I commented and said that would be amazing. Doing some further research, and that community member correct. It is not only is it correct, because I told you I like to do my own research, and I go out and I check out things. But I jump over here, and before I do this, just let you guys know, for all my beginners, I like to keep you guys in the loop and show you guys how we look around for information and different things. Right now I'm on CoinMarketCap, and I'm always talking about Twitter, and I'm always talking about looking at the tokens website. Well, in this case, coins website. But I don't talk a lot about Reddit, and I'm always over on Reddit checking out information. This is a great community to find some information as well. Anyway, so I use that, and I jump over here, and you jump over here in Reddit, And I suggest you guys really do so. If you don't have a Reddit account, you should get one. It's a nice group of people over here, and a lot of times, um, dev members and different things who open up these chats and different things like Casper over here, they be responding. If you got questions and different things, they have just a great community over at Reddit, and it's kind of breaks the monotony of your Twitter or some of the maybe even Facebook or some of these other groups that we have out here. So I like to break it up a little bit and go over and see what they're talking about on Reddit as well. So as you jump over here, you see Kraken has Kaspa under the listing roadmap. Now, before I even jumped over to this listing to look at it, first thing I thought about, that's amazing. That is amazing because this is going to mean that Kraken is the first major exchange to list Kaspa. Thought it would have been Coinbase. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I thought it was going to be Coinbase. Turns out it's Kraken. I don't care just as long as one of them listed. And that means that more retail can buy it. That, I think, in itself is amazing. So, of course, you want to do your own research and you want to go and you want to make sure, you want to back up, make sure what someone's saying is credible. So, you go over here and you check things out. And I go over here to Kraken and I say, okay, this is their listings roadmap. This is their listings roadmap. Now, if you scroll down on their listings roadmap, you see some of these good ones on here. You see Goldfish. Uh, where we at? You see some of the things that's coming. But I said, okay, then this is the ERC20 tokens. Then you got the Solana tokens. So, yeah, okay, that's not what I'm here for. But if you scroll down to other blockchain assets, what do you see? You see Kaspa. Let me tell you something. When I saw that with my own eyes, I was like, you have got to be shitting me. This is what we want. Because when I was talking about, here, let me jump over here with you guys. The other day, when I made a video, I believe it was on Monday, I made a video about price predictions with Kaspa. And I was showing you guys a credible source that actually projected Kaspa out to year 2050. Yeah, back flying cars and all that stuff. But anyway, we was more worried about, at least I was more concerned about in the now, this bull cycle, maybe up to 2030, what Kaspa would hit. And I said in that video that they were a little bit too conservative for me on prices with Kaspa. They said the high Kaspa will hit 75%. At the low, they're looking at around 48 cents. And I said there's a lot of things that they was not taken into account. One of those things being the smart contracts, then you have the KRC20 tokens, but one of the most major factors being is them being listed on a major exchange. I said if they get put on a major exchange, Kaspa, where more people have access to it, open the floodgates. Open the floodgates. That's where you get to looking at those $2 to $3 price range or up to $5. Well, that's exactly what they did. And I cannot say how excited I am, and I'm sure this community, those of you that hold Kaspa, I'm pretty sure you guys feel the same way because all this is a chess move. This right here, getting listed on Kraken, is a total chess move because what that means is they're just forecasting. They're forecasting the bull cycle when it starts. This really jump off is when it starts supposedly in November. You got to realize all these ducks gonna be in a row. People are gonna be able to buy Kaspa, and I really hope they're able to get in Kaspa, especially this community. All I really care about is this community. I really hope you guys got your Kaspa bags full, or at least you still adding to your bags at prices like 16 cent. I seen it at 15, because these are straight still great buying opportunities. I always talk about Kaspa. I don't even have my shirt on today, but I always talk about Kaspa until I'm blue in the face because of the opportunity that we have right now, especially right now at this. It's at a 4 billion market cap. And guys, I'm telling you something. One thing also to keep in mind And you should keep this in mind also. And I'm gonna jump back over here. I think you guys got enough of that. You see the point. But I want to jump back over here because one thing you guys got to keep in mind is when these tokens get listed on tokens, coins, whatever. When they get listed on um, major exchanges, a lot of people buy the rumor and sell the news. So, well, did I get that backwards? But anyway, so expect a dip sometimes because you got people who've been holding tokens like Turbo since it was way down in the market cap. So they're going to make their money. So as soon as it starts pumping from being listed on a Kraken, crypto.com and different things, you'll see it might dip a little bit because people are taking profits. That don't mean they're going to take everything. That just means that the early investors are like, I'm going to take what's mine. I want mine. So you can't really blame them for that. So with a token like Turbo, you probably see it a little bit more of a dip because of that. But when you go over to something like Casper, it's a little bit different. And they talked about this on Reddit as well. It's a little bit different. The reason it's a little bit different is because they were a fair launch. Casper's a fair launch. A lot of people like us, like me, I hold 300,000 tokens of Casper, and I'm like holding on to it with dear life. A lot of you out there holding more than that, or you guys are holding 100,000, or you close to 100,000 tokens. But there's no one that's holding all of it. It's fair launch, and therefore, being that these tokens, shall I say, Kraken is going to have to buy up a large bag of Casper in order to list it on their exchange. They don't get no special deal or nothing. No one pays them to list it. So they're gonna have a bag. So when you have people like us that hold it, you're not gonna see a fall like that. You're not gonna see a major dip like that because the investors is holding it. You already see how it's held up. Casper, it holds its own. It holds its own. You get the accumulation. You get people might take a little bit of profit, but they're gonna quickly grab it back up. So I just believe that you're not going to see such a big dip as you would in a turbo when it does get listed on Kraken. And I just believe that with the news alone, that Kraken is going to be listing um, Casper. You can probably start seeing people starting to DCA into it even more. So we always talk about that magic once it hit 25 cents. That's kind of like to say bye bye to the prices that you got today. I don't know anything about that. I believe that that is going to be a major leg up, but I do just believe you guys shouldn't worry about that right now. You should be worrying about just accumulating as much cash as you can. That's not financial advice. It's just advice that I've taken and I'm continuing to do it. I haven't bought any more. I do have some sitting on the side ready to deploy to some of their KRC20 tokens, but I have 300,000 that I'm not going to touch. I'm not touching that. I am waiting. I am waiting. So my advice to anybody out there that's on the fence about the Casper, or you have some, but you don't feel like you have enough, you still have time. That is, if you have some dry powder on the side. Again, I'm always going to tell you, don't come out of these bags or these crypto tokens or coins that you have that you know for a fact are are great projects. I'm not saying come out of them and sell those bags to get in the likes of a Casper or whatever, but I am saying, whatever decision you make sure it's one that you can sleep easy at night with. But I think this is great news for both of these crypto projects. I think being listed on a major exchange, of course, Turbo's already done that. This will be their second, but for Casper, this is outstanding news. And I really hope that all of you guys, all of your dreams that you have for this bull cycle, start to. I hope you're starting to see them a little bit more clearer now as we get closer and closer to that big run. So to the next one, guys, you let me know down below. Do you guys, are you still holding Turbo? Are you still going to buy more Turbo? Or are you good with the bags you have? And of course, on the Casper side, um, Are you satisfied with the bag you have now, or are you scrambling right now trying to build your bag and get to a point where you're comfortable with? Because with this just being listed on a major exchange, man, that's one of the catalysts is already dropped. That's the major exchange. Next, we'll want to get that KRC20 tokens, and then their release good and want it to be solid. Then after that, you want the smart contracts. If we can get all of that going, guys, man, things are gonna be looking really, really good for Casper. Anyway, to the next one, sound off down below, guys. Let me know what you think. To the next one, I'm out.